Hi guys, I'm Asif Ali and you're watching CGHOW video. Today I created this musical ring aura effect in UE5 Niagara. And if you haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, please subscribe it. If you like this video, like, share and comment, and let's start this tutorial.
CGHOW. CGHOW.
First of all, subscribe my YouTube channel and also click on bell icon so you will receive all new video notification. So I have found this reference on ArtStation, these 12 beautiful auras created by Blood Slave. And if you are a Unity user, you can buy this package from the link. It is available on Unity Asset Store. So you can check his profile also. He has lots of other work also. So we will try to create these auras one by one, not all, maybe some. So let's create this one for this musical ring. Okay, so let's try this. So for that, let's create a label first, and I'll save that into Aura app. So it is here saved now. Make the ground bigger and Control L for to set the lighting little darker. And then this height fog, you can increase it by creating little heighter maybe. You can make it like this, or maybe yeah, like this. So we have this beautiful map now, and let's start this. So after the map, first we need a character. So let's create a ring first. Okay. So for that effect, first we need to create that ribbon. So for that we will create a material M and strips, and we need a cylinder. So this strip should be on a cylinder which don't have top and bottom caps. I have already a cylinder like that. If I'll search static mesh and cylinder, has top bottom. Actually, this is the cylinder, and let's browse this and preview it here. It is very tiny. You can see that, but it doesn't have caps. Okay. So if I let's make this two-sided and make it unlit and additive. And texture coordinate, if I preview that, this is my cylinder, and Shift C for mask, and I'll take the green channel, then multiply, and then frac. So when I'll multiply this gradient, because of I have frac, will repeat. Like if I use 5, there will be 5 gradients because of frac. Then we can take the step node, make it sharp lines like this. Okay, and maybe 0.05. So we have this, and maybe how many lines we have there? These are 5. I'll make this 7. So we will have total 7, but I will cut the first and second, first and last. I will cut that, And so from this gradient, I'll use the sign. And then if I'll use the 2, the gradient will be both sides. Top and bottom will be black. Then we can take the step again. Okay. So if I make the step value maybe 0.5, we will have this and maybe 0.6, 0.4. So we have this white and white drip lines both on top and bottom. Invert it now, so we will have just the center part white. Now we can multiply this thing with this. So we will have some space there. Okay. Now we have these lines. I'll take the particle color, connect it here, and this will go to opacity. So we have these lines, and yeah. So now if you'll increase or decrease this one, maybe if you make it 20, uh, you can do that. Okay. So maybe 7, and let's make a dynamic parameter. This is number of lines. Okay. And this is width of line, default value 0.05. Okay. So let's just save this for now. And I have this mesh open. Now you can see that here also. So let's create a Niagara here. Train effects. And let's just place a character in here. So I will use idle animation. uh, Advertisement that is compiled. So I place this animation and this is how it looks. Okay. Uh, Now back to my FX. So in FX, this will be like line string. What you call that stuff I and music language. Okay, so mesh and we need that slender. So I'll browse that and I'll use it here. Then we need this material. So we will override and use that here. In the dynamic parameter, default value I'll set 7 and 0.05 for the width of line. I don't need all these things. We just need one mesh and spawn one and light should be infinite. And the size, maybe I'll use 20 for now. And let's make it a little brighter so we can see that if it's not visible. Oh, dynamic parameter accidentally deleted. So it was 7.05. Okay. So we have now this. And in the size, I'll use non-uniform. And we were using 20, 20, 20. But height we can decrease. Or maybe 20 and make this 60. We will have to check how big it is in front of character. So if I drag it here, okay, we need to make slightly more big. Maybe we will use 80, 80 here, maybe 100, 100. And then the width of this, maybe zero point 0.1 or zero point 0.2. Brightness, make it down. So you have ring around the girl. Okay, so girl is placed, should place on 0 and this also. Okay, so now I'll move my FX here. Cool. We have lines. Now this line is wobbling, randomly. So for that, in the material, let's preview this mesh here still. So, and let's just disconnect it for now. So we will have just a flat color like this. So we can see that. Okay, so now take a texture and noise blur. And if I preview that, it will like this. I want the tiling on Y, maybe 0. So it will be just the lines with random color. So if I now multiply this with the vertex normal and then again multiply and connect it here. So this will be my WPO value, and then this texture also should pan. So I'll just take a pan and on X maybe 0.5. Okay. So if I increase the value of WPO here, maybe 20, unless we disable this node, you can see that is happening already. Okay. And then for tiling, I'll make a parameter. And we have just the tiling for X connected here, tile. So just save it again. And now in the FX, oh, I need to connect this again here, save it. So now we have this and dynamic parameter. If I make the tiling one, we can use this thing, wobbling. And the tiling, we can make it 5, we can make it 2, 3, 1.5, all done. Cool. This is very smooth, but we have very short of segment, so it is like not very smooth. So what I'll do, I'll actually create one more cylinder in Maya. In Maya, I'll take a cylinder, and this time I'll make it smooth, and maybe I'll add some segment like this. Okay, and yeah, so I'll just delete top and bottom, and this is the size of this. Then let's give it. Okay, we can make it even more smooth. So it's okay. And select it here all and normalize so it will fit to the box. And pivot is in center, just modify or just freeze it and export it. Desktop, this is Blender without gap. Desktop. Okay, so here in my folder, I'll import that Blender without gap. And I'll use this mesh in my FX. It has a different size, so it will be very bigger. Let's make it like 50-50 maybe, or 20, 10. Check the size, it's still big. So 552. Yeah, 552 is okay size. Maybe 2. Yeah. And now this is more smoother than previous. And we can increase little WPO if we want. Yeah. But the pan speed is too high, I think. So in the material, this pan speed I'll just make it point two. Actually, you can do one thing. You can copy this, paste it here, and connect this here, and change the pen side maybe 0.35 and add these together and then connect it here. So there will be variation. Yeah, now there's more variation in it. The next thing is these lines has the two colors, green and blue. And if you'll notice one thing, the green remains here always. The green color is not rotating with that. Okay. So I'll copy this with this style. Copy, paste it here, and take a color and take two colors, the green and the blue, and just connect it. And then I'll multiply it with the particle color so I can boost these two colors and particle. And let's save this. Now in particle, we have two colors but not very uh, bright. So I make this one, then one this and increase the value to 1000. No effect. There should be effect. Why is that? It's not. Did I save it? It was right. Actually, because the lines are very thin, we can make it. Like if you make it, you can see the difference. So maybe 100. But now we don't need like full. But you cannot see the difference in green and the blue. So what I'll do, I'll take the standing parameter and here I'll make it 1, enter, and then reset the. First, I will make a tiling. This will be my color tile. Then I'll make a power here. This will be power. Then I'll use a multiplier here. No need to multiply in color. This will be boost and just save it. Now we can just make these 1 and then here in the dynamic parameter 1, 2, 1, and now you can increase it and then with the power you can maybe 5. You can't really see the difference, right? It's just showing me the blue, not the green. So back preview. And if I increase the power now, then instead of this, I'll take the different texture here, maybe aura. So we will have the pure colors black and white. So styling, I'll use one for now. Just two. After that, we have this thing. And I'll take the saturate here. Maybe the value is overpowered. That's why it's not taking the dose. Still, this texture is not good. We need a noise that should now. Actually, I will use a multiplier here, maybe 10. Yeah, now you can see those things. And tiling, maybe I'll make it 3. So now you can see both color. Okay, let's save this in particles now. If I have tiling 3, um, yeah, now you can see both colors. But because of the line, they don't, they are not showing the glow properly. That thing we will need to figure it out by the dynamic parameter. I'll make the lines maybe 5, then make this 0.5, then yeah, now it's better. We have the lines and all things. Okay, cool. Now after this, we need these symbols, sign of music. I have a texture already on desktop. This music sign, it has 2 by 2, 4 textures. So we can make a material out of this. And the material, I'll use the particle color and uh, I'll use actually mask and lick. We will have just these shapes. Let's say please. Route is and in here I'll create a new emitter fountain. So this will be music signs. I'll use that here. It is 2 by 2 and there should be a random frames here. Random. Let me save all. Okay. And now I don't need these things. So I just need some particle, maybe 20, and the size, turn of the mass, size maybe 1430. Color, for now, let's make it blue. And it should be just once, and life should be, I deleted the particle state, and life should be infinite. And then in the shape, I'll use a ring, and the size maybe 120. And these should not be random. So unset that. And these are spawning randomly. So here's a gap. So to fix that in the random, direct and use the execution index, turn this off. We have now these, but 20s, I think 15 is enough. Okay, then you can take the vortex. But these are camera aligned, but these doesn't look camera aligned. Yeah, these are camera aligned, but these are also wobbling that we can do with our material. So in the material, in here, texture, take a texture, uh, blur noise, and then add to the UVs of these, and here you have multiply. So one means fully distorted, maybe 0.2, and there would be now pan 5, and tiling will be maybe 0.5 to 5. So they will be wobble like this, and this texture I will use plant, and this intensity maybe 0.1. Now you can see, and I'll make a dynamic parameter for the tiling is okay just for the time. So time multiply. This will be my time. And let's also make the distort. Although 0.1 is enough, I will not make more than that. Save this. Now in the particles, tiling parameter, tiling 1, and this is zero point 0.1, zero point 0.2. And then you can randomize the time, maybe zero point 0.8 and 1.5. Okay, and size maybe 20 and 40. Okay, and also I'll make the color randomize range. What's happening? 20 and what's up? Okay, and some greenish. So 20. We will have both colors. It looks low. You can make the vortex maybe 10,000. And this is slow here because of the this. So if you use the fixed delta time, you will have the same speed. We got this, and now we need and I'll make something more here that would be uh, the radius of this maybe 110, and then we need some sparks. Actually 115, 120 was okay. Then we need some sparks, so I will copy this and paste it here, and these will be like sparks, and we need just the additive layer, and we don't need this and this animation. So we have this glow type thing, but I'll use the rate maybe 200, and then this will be infinite, and there should be a life of particle, and then I'll use the velocity align, and the size maybe 0.1125. Okay, 3. If I isolate this, you can see the difference. And now instead of circle, it has 120 radius. I'll use the torus. I'll make this 120 and this maybe 120. Okay. And then I'll use the vortex force here, 500. And we don't need this much here. And this will also be reduced like this. And this will be very bright, so maybe 500 and 500. Okay, light should be maybe zero point 0.1 and zero point 0.6, and the radius maybe 120, and the size maybe 1 and 3, 6, 10, and then the size will scale down after maybe half of life. You can increase the life even more. This looks cool. One more thing I would like to add in my ring, in this one, in the material. Actually, this second one, this noise, I need a different tiling. So I'll take the texture coordinate, multiply. This is the same thing here. But in this one, I will not use it. Like in this one, we had the 1, 0. It has the 1 and 1. So now you can see the difference, how it's working. But maybe instead of 1, we can use zero point 0.5 or zero point 0.3. Actually, uh, I'll take one more dynamic parameter to control this one. Okay, so bit 2. First, I need to change the tiling of this. So I'll make the 1, 1, and then I'll multiply. I'm multiplying it already. I'll take the append. So this will be my X and Y. Then after this, I want to control how much I want this thing. So this is my X, this is my Y, and this is my multiply. Let's save this. So now here in the dynamic parameter, I'll make the tiling 1, 1, and this is multiplier. So if I make this 0, it will be same. If I make it 0.1, 0.2, 0.12, yeah, now it's better. Yeah, it is better. And here the speed, in this one we had the speed zero point 0.2, and in this one we had 0.35. So I will control the speed of this. So time, line, and time. Make it 1, 2, 1.5. Yeah. Now it's wobbling properly. Okay. It looks better than 4. Okay. Although this looks really cool, but yeah, we have something here. And we can also use a post. Can I use these things? So we can increase the glow maybe. And we have also these, sizes of glow. Like this is size I can increase, and I can increase it like this. And you notice something? These symbols are now have some gap. So because that vortex is just keep throwing it away. So you can use a spring And then here, make the vector position and use the initial position. And not much, but slightly value. So this will not let it go away. Okay. And now we can use the radius by 150, 130. I will reset these actually. These symbols not visible properly. Let's make this one. Yeah. Now this looks about that. And I think I'll use 140, 135. Yeah. Cool. This is our musical fact. 5.5. I'm just tweaking the width of this. Maybe, yeah, this looks fine. And now we can increase the line 7. So maybe 0.15. Cool. So this is our effect. So I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Keep learning and bye bye.